So Wales, yeah. This is a song that's about relationships. It's about friction and investment, emotionally and with time in relationships. And this is something that I think on a global level we can really relate to now. I think that with the pandemic and the COVID crisis, we've all sort of established this baseline way to relate to each other, whether we're in, South America, Australia, Africa, China, wherever. We've all experienced this. Our experiences of it definitely aren't the same. And I think, globally there's that, but once we kind of dig down to the nitty gritty, a lot of us, at least from my perspective, have experienced how this affects our personal relationships, our romantic relationships. And for me, personally, I know of a bunch of people who, were in long-term committed relationships that ended up not working out during COVID, as well as a bunch of relationships that ended up getting accelerated during COVID. For me personally, I was involved in an 8-year relationship that unfortunately came to an end, and I think that level of isolation that we were put into because of this really brought a lot of stuff to light. It's unfortunate the way it ended, but we were young, and I think it really showed us some of the effects of the way we were acting when we were younger. It really brought to light all those consequences that we couldn't have predicted back then. And I think that's what it's about. It's like, as we get older and we look at these relationships, we can have a better perspective on how our actions today will affect us in 5-10 years. And for me, that's where this song hits home. That's where I relate. And I think as a band, we've also experienced our own share of friction in that relationship. And I think, historically, a band is a relationship that is very much like a romantic relationship. As you go further, you're going to, be stuck in a band with these people for weeks and months at a time. And honestly, it sounds pretty similar to quarantine. Minus, obviously, social distancing and all that. But I think because we're all really able to relate to this on such a personal level, it really allowed it to shine through in the production and the marketing and all of that. And I think that's why we ended up being able to come out with such a meaningful product for all of us in the end.